if you're not tracking your progress on a day-to-day basis, you're not growing as effectively as you could be. And we see this with businesses that track their KPIs or key performance indicators. And a business that does track their KPIs can fluently adjust when needed and understand when their business is healthy and is on a pace to do a specific goal of theirs. So bringing this over to the personal life, and even if you're not in business, there's a lot of these like task tracking things out there, whether that's a daily habit or a like a to-do list or multiple different types of ways to track your progress. I urge you to start doing this if you haven't already. There's so many benefits to it, and just from my experience, I know that it's helped me not only just stay organized and accountable, but also reviewing it kind of like, I guess it's like a weird way to say it, like as in like game film, like game tape. So if you see like any athletes, they're always reviewing game tape to see what they did or did not do. So let's see what led up to a goal or a point. And being able to recreate those scenarios allows them to recreate it down the line again, and understanding what went into creating that environment and that action that took place to accomplish their goal, or actually a goal, like score points. So bring that into your life. It helps you understand outcomes and which outcomes are connected to their prospective inputs. So if you can see a trends based off of your past actions, whether that's tracking, let's say, make it super simple. Times you went to the gym, times you ate a certain amount of times per day, and then if you followed a diet. Let's say put this into like fitness, health, 'cause that's the most easily to visualize, at least for me. Now, let's say you went for 3 months straight, like 4 times a week, and you were hitting these. Now, another month goes by and you kind of drop it, and you see your weight go away from you where you want it to be. You can point it back to those inputs. Now, very confusing analogy, I guess, for something more straightforward and simple is just having a place to look back on and understand what you're doing right and what you can adapt to do better. Another reason I like it is because it keeps me accountable, and it kind of forces me to create habits, and kind of makes it it's like a game. It like kind of gamifies it. So if I haven't done something for the day, I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about it. Like I need to get it done, especially now since I've done it for so long. Like I have an app on my phone. It's called Todoist. It's my lifeline. Like if this app deleted tomorrow, I wouldn't know what to do myself, because it's like everything is like based off of this. If you ask me what I have to do tomorrow or next week, I'll have no clue, but I'll look at this and I'll know exactly what I need to do. The way I kind of organize myself in terms of like habit building, I guess you could say, or like organizing what you need to do on a daily basis if you want to have something in that sort of consistency, or even just scheduling out. On a daily basis, I do like a little sheet with like daily tasks. Both Jack and I do it, and it's usually we change it by month. Usually I find that that's like a timeline that makes sense to keep changing, versus anything shorter. You're not really doing anything substantial, and anything longer, it might not give you the right direction, and you might have like already passed something. So one of them is posting a video every day. If it's coming down to the end of the day and I see that I'm about to say, no, I haven't posted a video today, it'll just make me want to post a video just to see the green. So it's like a dopamine hit. So that's another benefit I find in having a tracking, or a way of tracking what you're doing, or whether that's hours. You can see how many hours you worked for an extended period of time. So I can look back in 2024 and be like, oh, this week I worked 100 hours or whatever it is. And I'll be like, okay, what did I do that week? And I can remember it based off of that, and understand the situation that allowed that to happen, versus other weeks where I might have worked less than 40 hours, and that's probably because I was traveling. So I say all that just to kind of emphasize the importance of how much how much tracking your tasks or your daily to-dos, or even if they're less common frequency to-dos, will benefit you because it keeps you accountable, it keeps you organized, it allows for healthy dopamine because you get dopamine by finishing what you set out to do. And unlike social media where it's instant and there is no actual benefit towards you except for the dopamine itself, the hit of the dopamine allows for you to become addicted to becoming better. And addiction, depending on who you are, it's addiction. It's addictive. Like by nature, it's addictive. And I have a very addictive personality. So being able to bring something healthy and get addicted to it and post every single day, or hit a certain amount of work hours every single day, or what else do I have for this month? There's like I have to like touch grass, I go outside for like 10-15 minutes. That was starting in May because it got warm out. So I make an effort to actually just go outside, especially because some of these longer work days, it can be like many hours of just inside on my computer. So making an effort to actually push myself and do something that I know my body needs. Like Jack had eat 3 times a day or 2 times a day, one of those, because he would be working and forget to eat until like dinner, until I have like 1 meal a day. So there's such a huge variety of things that you can start building and just keeping track of, because it's one thing if you tell yourself you're going to do it, and it's another thing if you take the time to give yourself a foundation and a structure and a plan for you to accomplish those things. And by having it somewhere where you need to write it out or you need to fill it out on like an Excel sheet or something like that, it automatically becomes ingrained in your mind of like, okay, this is something I need to do on a daily basis. And even if the first thing you need to do is actually use it on a daily basis, like that could be a task. Like Jack had this, we both had this on like the first month, to just actually use the organizational platform, because if you don't use it, it's pointless. So using it is just as important as having the actual habits or tasks that you need to complete. So actually another piece of insight is, even like on the days where I don't feel like working or don't feel like doing anything, and the days where I feel like I just haven't done anything, I would have still accomplished the daily tasks. And if I compare it to where I was last year, or maybe more than that, 2 years ago, I don't know, whatever. Now the days where I don't do anything, I accomplish more than good days in the past. And that's huge. That's what you want to aim for, and that should be your goal, is to constantly improve to the point where your worst days are better than your best days of yesterday. Not actually physically yesterday, but like, you know what I'm talking about. So if you're looking to improve and you're looking to drastically change and effectively optimize your time and get better at anything you're doing, whatever it is, whatever angle you're looking at, make sure to track and analyze your progress, because it'll help you push forward and identify places where you can adapt and understand what your strengths and weaknesses are and where to put your effort and attention to. That's all I got for you guys today. If you found this helpful, valuable, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you want me to share any like Excel sheet or like the app I was talking about, let me know in the comments. I'll respond. But yeah, anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.